Okay, we're going to be taking a look at Practice and Skills Workbook, page 105. It's problem number 6. Find the value of each power. And in this case, they're asking us to find 64 to the 0 power. So what I'm going to go ahead and do on this one is I'm going to think about our definition of what it means to go to the 0 power. If we have a base and our base is raised to the 0 power, our answer will always be a 1. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have 2 to the 0, you'll get a 1. If you have 5 to the 0, you'll get a 1. In fact, if you have like a negative 3 to the 0, you'll still get a 1. Okay, and just a refresher so you know where that comes from. Let's say, for example, I give you like 2 to the 4th. We know that that's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And if you multiply that out, you would get 16. If I gave you 2 to the 3rd, that would be 2 times 2 times 2. And in that case, you'd get 8. If I gave you 2 to the 2nd, I'd get 2 times 2, which is 4. If I went ahead and I gave you 2 to the 1st, that would just put you 1, 2 right there. So that would give you a 2. And finally, we get down to 2 to the 0. Okay, well, let's take a look at what happens between each of these. 16 going down to 8, we would actually divide by 2. Going from 8 down to 4, we would again divide by 2. And then going from 4 down to 2, we would again divide by 2. So if you kind of notice what the pattern is, you're dividing by 2 each time. So I'm just going to write down divide by 2. And we'd go 2 divided by 2, which would get you a 1. Now, I used, in this little expansion, I used a 2 just to keep our numbers real small. But you could do the same thing with the 64 that you see right there. And what would end up happening would be right here where it's divided by 2, you would actually be divided by the 64 each time. And once you went ahead and did that, you would end up with a 1, just like we have on this problem down here. And then also what we have right there. So again, any number raised to the 0 power will get you a 1. And the only exception to that, there's a little disclaimer. We don't want to have 0 going to the 0 power. Okay, so the base, this base right here, cannot be equal to 0. So don't make that a 0, but for all the other ones, then you're good with. Okay, hopefully that helped you.